Well,
Going on, ladies and gentlemen, bro? Like I said before the shit said we're live. I gotta go out after this, which is why now I started it. Oh, I forgot to pop my chat open.
yeah, there we go.
So what's going on, ladies and gentlemen?
Hey, look at that. Nightclover's in. The Vaping Snowman. Hanky's
My
in.
man, Pinky and Andy C.
Andy C's here.
I'm going to the store after everything. My father wanted to go before, but Brian's in was in here and everything, so I told my father after the live stream.
Yep. So what
So
you got? What you got vaping on there, Dylan?
of course, disposable strawberry jam,
Oh, oh, oh.
billet box with the wicked alpha that has a strawberry, strawberry sour belt.
Aha. Me, I'm doing a billet box. The laced smoke show with the Odd Job version 1 RBA in it. And inside there, I've got blackberry, single flavor month for me. And since I sold my old Hexone, the original version, I came up with the next best thing. It's a Dovpo MVV2 PWM mod. And I topped it off with a District 5 Cosmonaut RDA, dual coil in there. And I'm wrapping 2.5 millimeter IDs, stainless steel frame staples that I made myself. And I've got cherry in there. And coming up for the weekend, the bad boy, the
Andy
Rebel
said the one
vape.
that you showed before was a good mod.
Oh, yeah, the Rebel vape. Dual inline DNA 250C. And look at that spade on the back end of it. That's a nice one. Got
Brian just
two.
caught a Woody from the spade on the back.
Oh, hell yeah. This thing's a nice mod. I don't know if you can see the theme on there is my own.
We're waiting for like two people to come on.
I was kind of hoping Evolve would have adopted my theme as the default because I put down in the corner, I got the voltage
Right.
and the amp draw, and you could do your settings and lock the device all from the main screen.
That ain't bad.
Still waiting for them to give me a reply on that one. And I'm working on it, and it's really and physically was the first postless deck ever produced by anybody by Eden Mods out of the UK. The only problem is I got the damn collar stuck on there and I can't get it out because I got to replace that coil that's in there, and it's got an inside collar before you can actually work on the deck. And when I pulled the damn airflow ring off, which has got a spring on it, I got spares though. I lost it into the carpet. That
Oh
was
Jesus.
Here's for juice flow. You got to kind of wind it in there. So trying to get that built for the weekend.
Yeah, I was talking to Brett. Freaking, I told him, I said, I think I burnt the cotton in my alpha. Freaking, I kept vaping it. I don't you ever have that habit where you vape like RTA, RDA completely dry?
Oh
And
yeah,
I vaped my billet box tank completely dry, and I was getting burnt hits from like the cotton. I was like, oh no.
Oh, I've done that with the Odd Job RBA in this one here. Because if you notice on how they do it, they got two little openings down in there for
Yeah.
your cotton to come out, and it's at an angle. But when you're using the billet box, and you can see I got my Doug Dino wrap in there,
Yep.
these things will get dry real quick.
Well, the wick alpha is right there, and it's on the for the wick port, and it's on the opposite side on the back.
Yeah.
So, but it literally nailed me for the shit.
Tell you what, blackberry's pretty good on a single flavor. I could have made it a little stronger though. But I got a little 30 ml bottle of lemon limes I'm going to be doing this weekend.
Right.
And this one, I forget what it is. A little knuckle test. Oh, I did some like Skittles candy in this one here. My dog's scratching again. God damn it. Come here, Hood. Where'd you go? Come here. He's all right. Poor little guy. He suffered some fleas this week and hot spots. He bit his tail up. Had to drag him around. And
Also, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, Brian had told me that the dog came out the closet, so he's gay.
that ain't right.
That's a little inside joke between me and Brian with the dog.
Hey, look at that. Even a Rebel coffee cup.
Yeah.
How about that?
Ugh.
Tell you what's good, though, these little 6 milligram zone pouches.
Yeah,
Dragon
the one Stevie Marquez gave me where you drip your own juice on it.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're the ones that Grim Green, I think, reviewed at one point.
Yeah.
PVG, what's going on? And Hanky, to answer your question, Mr. Brett Whitney and Mr. Craig D is supposed to be coming on.
Well, they better get in here.
I told Brett the link was in the chat, and I just sent the link over to Craig.
There you go. I think I'm going to buy a new Hexome pretty soon.
Speaking of new devices, my father and I were talking about new devices and everything.
Really?
I believe he's taking a look at the Stabwood Pixel.
I would probably bypass on that one. Simply because for what they're charging and what you're getting,
$79. Yeah, I saw the price for that, and
it just seems a little bit too high, you know.
And then I was taking remember 2 years ago when Mike Vape sucked my mod,
Yeah.
and whoever else reviewed that Yeehee SX Mini VI class mod that looks like a little pod mod.
Yeah.
I was gonna pick that up because on one site they were charging $30 for it.
Wow.
And on another site they were only charging like $25, like $5 cheaper than what the first site was charging.
Huh. That's kind of weird.
But I was also looking at Grimby's review for the VI class.
Yeah.
The only issue he had encountered with it was it leaks. The pod leaks. And that's through elevation or whatever and everything, whether you're driving or whatever the case may be.
See, I don't buy anything leaking anymore. With all the technology and shit they got, there's no reason for anything to leak.
Right.
There really
is. Should be no problem with it. But the only thing that I actually like about that VI class is the fact that if you have it in pure mode, because you know how Yeehee is, they have that whole thing where if you put your thing in pure mode, you won't get any dry hits or anything like that.
That pure mode is not new. I mean, Yeehee's been doing that for a number of years.
Right. But
the only problem is they brought it out so damn early and never really followed through with it.
Right.
So when people are buying their older mods, and I still have 2 of them in there, neither one work.
Right, but you also have to take into consideration somebody like myself who's never owned a Yeehee product.
I wouldn't buy one.
it's new to somebody like me. Like I said, that's never owned a Yeehee product a day in my life.
Yeah. I wouldn't buy one myself because I've had three of them go bad on me in the last 10 years.
Right,
And it's just, you're wasting your money because they were starting out as a clone company.
right. Which is basically what SXK is doing.
Yeah. And they did a pretty good job on some of their designs on the mods and that, but they never bothered to stick with updating the firmware. And
Right,
if problems came along, they would say, okay, ship it, because I lost one in the mail. The guy who received it, never repaired it, and never sent it back.
right. But check this: they're supposed to give you like to update the firmware on it. They're supposed to give you like a little black USB Type C adapter that you plug into the device, and then you plug your normal USB Type C charger into it.
Yeah, I had I had everything given to me, but the problem is when I went to get the repair on one mod that I had three copies of,
Right,
and the other two are sitting in the closet. They're dead in the water. And that was the MX, or not the MX class, but I can't remember the name of it. It looked like a sailboat shape,
right,
and they were good about telling me where to go send it and everything. And I insured the product,
right,
and the guy accepted the product, but he never repaired it and never sent it back.
right,
So that just tells me their customer service isn't worth a damn.
right,
And that's just something that you got to deal with. And their designs and everything were nice, but
right.
they just never bothered to follow through on their product.
Yeah, mod wise, nowadays they're nice. It's just like you said, customer service. Like I said, I never owned anything from Yeehee, so I can't, in a way, bash them even if I wanted to.
Yeah. But hey, getting a nice little crackle and pop off of this thing. That's the Cosmonaut version 2 from District 5. Can't get them anymore. Look how far up that cotton goes.
Oof.
Got a lot of air getting underneath. But
Oh,
you can't
sure.
put anything bigger than a 2.5 millimeter coil in there. You're limited to that particular size, and it's just because of the design of the deck. They got I don't know if you can see how big that is on the inside. They took up all the space on the postless deck.
Yep.
So they left very little room for cotton. They left very little room for you to actually put bigger coils in.
Yeah, and like we mentioned, you have companies like Dot Mod copying that same design with the postless deck and everything.
Yeah. Well, it's like Eden Mods. Once I get this fixed, years ago, this was physically the first postless deck ever produced.
Right.
That came out of the UK, but everybody else can't claim credit for it. Unfortunately, no, they didn't do that. Eden Mods did.
Right.
That's the Rose 3, by the way.
Right. But then you have other reviewers like Mr. Hayes
Yeah.
saying that he came out with the first postless RTA, RDA, whatever, or first postless RDA.
Using a PWM is pretty cool, though.
Right.
This little bugger will do up to 200 watts. Got the little switch down there. I like how they did the inside. Those are Sony VTC6, and you can see the Dovpo ribbon in there. They also put a USB-C hookup, so you can actually do physically charging inside the unit.
Right.
It's a solid little mod, and I think I picked it up and they're still available. I think I only paid like $22 for it.
That's not bad.
No, they still have other designs out there that you can get. But overall, I'm real happy with it. I mean, it was just a backup because my Hexome at the time that I bought it, I had the original Hexome. The button got broken. They fixed it for me free of charge, of course.
Right.
My buddy wanted it real bad up in Pittsburgh, so I sold it to him. I had this one in as a backup sitting in the closet. So I figured, well, I was going to buy a new Hexome, never got around to it, so this works. That's kind of a badass picture on there.
Oh yeah.
Can't beat it. No, Dylan did not sing on Saturday.
No, actually, I did. I just fucked up.
Come here. Yeah.
And you missed it there, Hanky.
Oh, you missed it yesterday when I had to throw my dog in the bathtub. The only way to get him in is I got to take his collar off. He doesn't like his collar off for whatever reason. And I walked in the bathroom. He followed in right behind me. I had to slam the door shut, turn the water on, throw his happy ass inside the tub.
I bet he wasn't happy.
Nah, he was like shivering and shaking, like, oh, come on, don't do this to me. But he did pretty good, though. Oh, Joe's in the chat.
Mr. Joe Jose.
That's some serious crackle in there. Oh, those coils are frame stapled, 2.5 millimeter ID I put in there, and I made those myself. It took a little time to make them. It's been a while since I've been doing frame staples.
Right.
And the little device that I made, like I was telling you earlier, I had to 3D print a part for the shaft. So that way, when I was winding it by hand, it broke. So I ended up pulling up my STL file and then loading it up in the 3D printer and printing a new piece.
Right.
So it works, you know.
No, yeah. As long as it works, that's all that matters.
Yep. Cheryl's in the chat. Hi, Cheryl. Neil Pitts is in the chat. How are we doing, Neil? But I'll tell you what, flavor-wise on this Cosmonaut, you can't beat the flavor, man. I got those coils sitting up nice and high, a lot of airflow underneath. They're almost dead on to the airflow holes. They're just a little, the coils are just a hair above them. And right. You can't beat the flavor off of it. So if you want a good RDA, try to find a Cosmonaut V2. I got 3 different caps the dude sent me. Because, you know, I've known him for a number of years. And I got a black one. I got a gunmetal one. He was supposed to give me the Ultim one, but never seemed to get it. Unless he shipped it, they just never sent it to me.
Yeah. I know I marked bulk after they took it off the market and everything.
Yeah. But this one is still my most favorite mod in the world, the Rebel. Got 2 VTC6 21700s in that bad boy. A little on the costly side, but you know what? Well worth it. You could afford one and get one.
Right.
I can't get over how they did the spade on the side on that one.
Oh yeah.
And that's 3D printed everything. DNA 250C.
And listen, we don't talk about mixing juice here, sir. For Neil Pitts.
Neil, I was looking at that. I just have to get a couple of flavorings. I kind of ran out on a few of them, so I got to get some more.
Hanky wants to know if he sends you his address, will you send him that Rebel?
Hell no. Hell no. Hey, Hanky, free shipping in the UK, man. All you got to do is order off their site. I just like the overall look of the mod, too, you know. They did a hell of a job on it. And, you know, they got the Rebel name right on the side. But Yeah, you know what? Rebel makes really, really good mods. Now, the guy that worked for them, I guess the guy that owns Rebel, he worked for Ginger Industries doing boxers. And somehow they had a falling out. And I don't know the whole story behind it. But either way, I think they 3D print them in.
Oh shit, he just left or he got booted. What the actual fuck?
You
I
lost
don't
me.
know. I don't know what happened there.
Your fault.
Hey, I didn't touch nothing.
Hanky, actually, they could do that for you. Because I had an idea once to put my own logo on one of their mods, and they said they would do it, but it would cost money. I think they charged like $150 or so US dollars to do it. It may be higher now, but they have to modify their STL file and then put your logo on it. But they'll do it for you, though. And I'm just anxious to get this Rose 3 back up and running. I got to get a new coil in there. And as soon as I get that collar off, it's stuck. It's like frozen. I put it in my ultrasonic cleaner. I figured that would do it if there was any juice that was gumming up the threads, but haven't been able to do it yet. Aha, Hanky only has 5 English pounds in his PayPal. Well,
The funny thing is, I texted Mr. Dougie from KVR right after you got booted and you came back on a text. I was like, Brian, you got disconnected. I was like, it's like he just told us that he fucked off.
where's Dougie at? I don't see him in the chat.
I don't know. I just texted him. Saying that we're
Oh,
live
okay.
right now.
Tell him join in. See, Hanky, I have some real good advice for that PayPal thing with your 5 pounds left in it. It's called quit going to the damn strip clubs and shoving money into the strippers' lace.
No.
Or at least give it a rest for a month or two. I'm sure the missus wouldn't mind. Oh. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay. He fucked off. Jesus Christ, he fucked off. I got my new Oxford DNA pod in today. Haven't tried it. Well, what the fuck you waiting for, Neil? Try that bitch out. Why would you want to give that away when you just picked it up?
There we go. I'm back.
Doesn't mean give it away. Just use it, there, Neil.
Aha. Yeah, Hanky got it. He got the cartoon in the strip club. Now, I'm sure Benny was leading the way and leading the charge of putting that paper money inside the lace on the strippers. Am I correct, Hanky? That's Benny's boys for you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You ought to have Hanky design a nice intro for you for the show.
Plus, there's a load of money over the floor, too. Hey, listen, Hank. Yeah, I told you to stop spending money on my OnlyFans.
Road, come here. Come here, my boy. Now, my question is, since there's a load of money on the floor, Hanky must have been getting a lap dance. Had to get a lap dance.
Yeah, but he was also spending money on my OnlyFans too.
I'm gonna have to kick up my old OnlyFans page and let her rip.
He was getting awarded from me on my OnlyFans page.
Now, that was that a geek bar that you were actually vaping on?
Yeah,
How you like them?
I like them. Don't get me wrong. But some of the flavors I've had already. What flavor? I've already had a blue raz, which I hated. I had an orange one, which really was it tastes like an orange juice in a way. And now I'm vaping on a strawberry jam, which is
so.
Yeah.
Well, I got to put batteries in this one. Got the Las Vape Thelema, if that's how you pronounce it.
Ooh.
That's the one the Rose 3's going on.
And no, Hanky, my OnlyFans is not 1 cent every 5 hours. I charged you $5,000. That's why you have God knows how much left in your PayPal.
Don't worry, Hanky. He's got his OnlyFans page bouncing off somewhere in China, and they're rerouting it to Malaysia. And inside there, he's in some little village that they've got him sitting because he's using a green screen. And he's getting fanned by 2 Malaysian women, and they're feeding him grapes. I've seen it. Swear to God, I've seen it.
Jesus Christ.
Of course, the Malaysian government is looking for Dylan, even though they don't know where he's at right now.
They don't know that I'm being kept in Mark Fagan's basement.
Well, they don't know the true story about you and the Malaysian president and his daughter. They don't know the whole story there.
What the fuck?
Oh, there you go.
That's one weird fetish.
Cheaper than an orgy. Cheaper than cheap orgy. I love that. Good one, Hanky.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Brett can't come in because it says I need the pro version.
Well, they're not going to let you
it says I have 1 guest slot remaining.
Well, who's got the other guest slot? Well, if you got, how many guest slots did they give you?
I'm guessing 1 or 2, but
Brett's trying to come in. Well, you should be able to get quite a few of them, actually.
Right.
Let me see. Let me look it up. Well, this is where we got to start asking the audience to start donating to your PayPal.
Yeah.
It says up to two guests on a free account. See, now I think if you up it on the $7 a month plan, then you can have as many as you want.
Yeah. He says it's the same thing that I have too many guests on.
Ah, well,
Jesus.
did you invite Did you invite yourself?
No, because of the fact that I was the one who initiated everything.
Well, you should still have another slot left, right?
Right? Yeah.
Well, Brett should be able to pop in. It says only two. 2 plus 1. Uh-huh. So we got to work around that. Well, I'm sure there's a workaround somewhere around there.
Right.
You could probably use like Video Ninja or something. Hank, he said he sent 1 cent for the 5-hour plan. Yeah, there you go. Andy C's got it right. Start up buy me a coffee thing. There you go. At least we can get enough money together and just get the cheaper plan, and that way you could lose the watermark and then get as many guests you want.
Yeah. Well, everybody, y'all already know what to do. That link to my PayPal is already in the description. If y'all want to donate, go ahead.
Well, go start up a buy me a coffee page, and then put one in there for yourself, and that way we can get the monthly subscription.
Yep. Yeah, it just says you need to upgrade to Pro. Yeah, Brian and I will talk more about this after the show, just to get guests on and everything.
Right.
That way we can see what we can do.
Right.
Everything. That's I'm not gonna lie, that's the one thing I liked about Rumble. Since I had the YouTube and the Rumble thing going, I was able to invite up to, I want to say, 9 people on. Even if it was just me and Brian doing the show.
But if you notice what Rumble was doing to us, they were taking the video after 20 minutes of length, and they were decimating the whole video quality. And a lot of times you can see it was just popping people into 480p on the thing. 480 progressive is not very good on video quality.
Right, but check this though. Even when I went live by myself, at times my end would just be pixelated, even if it was just me.
Yeah. Neil Pitts, I got a cautionary tale on putting money into Dylan's PayPal. That's going to go towards his OnlyFans subscription. Then Hankey's going to buffer that with a 1 cent for 5-hour plan. That in turn is going to bounce to China, which is then going to bounce over to Malaysia. And then in turn, the Malaysian government's going to take that. So that's a tax against his little dealings with the Malaysian president's daughter. So you got to tell the whole story, Dylan. You got to tell the whole story.
No shit.
Yeah, we're going to bump it up pretty soon here. We're going to do a cheaper plan so that we get more people on, because I think the Streamlabs is the way to go.
Right, that's only if people want to donate and everything, which I highly doubt. From what you and I were talking about privately and everything.
Well, even if you get $7 a month,
right?
We're putting on the show, and if people want to donate, that's great.
Right.
We're not asking for like a Jay Hayes commitment of $500 a month,
Right.
And it's just, if you can afford $1 or $2, that's great.
Even if you could afford like just 50 cents.
Yeah. I don't know what the minimum thing you could do on the Buy Me a Coffee page. Crap. I never thought about that. Do the Buy Me a Coffee thing. I don't know what they take out of it. I don't know if it's free or whatever. But
if you shut your mouth.
I wonder if you can. What's the other one that Raw Chuck uses?
He uses Zoom
Elements.
He uses he uses Zoom and then streams from OBS. I've had issues with OBS so many times. It'll set up
You need newer hardware.
it'll set up the stream and everything, but it won't.
I'm running on a Chromebook right now, but I also have a $1,500 laptop. And even that has a problem with OBS sometimes. I've tried several tests. OBS is great because it's free,
Right.
but it also has some limitations in it depending on what type of things you add to it.
Right. When Chuck did help, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not bashing Chuck or anything like that. When I first downloaded OBS and Chuck was helping me with it, I got maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3 live shows out of it.
Yeah.
After that, it wouldn't do anything because I haven't streamed in a while.
Right.
Mind you, I have the same settings that I've had when Chuck sent me the settings to go onto my OBS.
Yeah.
But it'll schedule a stream, but it won't let me live stream or anything like that. I just keep getting an error and things like that.
Well, OBS does constant updatings. Their updates are good in some respect, but a lot of times they break more than what they fix.
Yeah.
And you figure it's open source, so you're going to have some bugs in there.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I tried to recommend Melt Studio. Melt's pretty good, and it's easy to understand and learn.
Yep.
But it's also pretty dependent on the speed of your computer.
How's it going, Lucy?
Lucy's in the chat.
As Brett just said, I joined Dylan's top tier Patreon, $500 a month. Good deal.
Oh, you could set up a Patreon thing too, but I don't know what they actually take on their end because everybody's got their hand in your stash,
Right. That's exactly what it is.
And that's no matter where you go, whether you're selling on eBay or Mercari or any of the other ones that, if you're buying shit on there and there's always a fee involved.
Brett says I'm broke now.
Uh-oh.
Well, Brett, not only did you give me $500 for this month, but you were also subscribed to my OnlyFans page, which I told you not to subscribe to.
Yeah, we'll put together a few bucks, and do the monthly thing. That's not a big issue, but we don't want to overdo it,
Right.
We don't want people come in and say, well, I'm obligated to give you $10 every month.
Right. No. Like I said, Brian and I will, after the stream and everything, in a few days leading up to next week, Brian and I will talk about the live stream and everything and see how that goes.
And I just think Streamlabs is doing a better job than Rumble could ever do. And even if we do the base tier plan, it was $5 or $7 a month. That's great,
Right. I mean, even there was some streams that I did on Rumble. The quality was perfect. I
noticed that, and then other streams are just horrible.
Yeah, that. But at the same time, and I understand where you're coming from with that, but you gotta also you gotta look at this way. You gotta take the good. Like my father always tells me, you gotta take the good with the bad.
Yep.
So even if we have, like, let's say for example, three bad streams, right, where it looks all pixelated and everything.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, we'll have either 1 or 2, maybe 3 good streams.
Yeah.
Or vice versa.
Dylan, set up a little bit. Your light's killing them. There we go.
Or vice versa, and I forgot to set that light up. Fuck. But like I said, we'll either have 3 good streams and 3 bad streams, or we'll have like 6 bad streams and like 1 or 2 good streams.
Right.
So either way, that's part of the reason why, like, I kind of like using Rumble, because the fact that, like I said, even before we started the show.
Well, you're so limited on Rumble though, without paying an outrageous amount of money to them.
Right. And like I said, the good thing is, we were able to stream to like 3 different platforms. Whereas
This one you can still do the same thing.
right, but like I say, it's very limited because I'm using the free option of Talk Studio.
Yeah, well, I noticed on the free option, you can still shoot at the Rumble. You can
Right.
shoot at the Twitch. You got YouTube.
Hold on. Lucy says, Butta's OnlyFans is just him rubbing meatballs on himself. So she hears.
Meatball party. I don't know, man.
Hey, man.
Well, I just think this is the platform to move to.
Right, but like what we were talking privately and everything, since, as you know, from what I've told you privately and everything, on this, we're even more limited since we're using the free version of this.
Yeah.
As just a last resort, we'll switch back over to Rumble.
Right.
Thing.
Right.
Because as you know, with the issue we were having with the guests coming on, Rumble did a better job with that than this is and everything.
Well, the only thing is Rumble is a dying platform.
Right.
I mean, they're losing subscribers. They're losing advertising dollars. There's not much left to Rumble. And
Right.
not that they didn't try or anything, but it's what they charge for. Like, if we wanted a paid subscription on Rumble, it's so much higher.
Right. And as from what I've noticed, I've noticed a lot more of those streamers who talk about like the news within like the music areas and things like that.
Yeah.
They're also using Rumble and things like that. Even like with what I was talking about with talking to Brett with, Salty Cracker, he'll stream on YouTube, save that live video from YouTube, delete it, and post it to freaking Rumble. Hanky, since this is I'm using the free version, I'm able to only have
2 people.
Yeah. Whereas Rumble, I was able to have like 9 people on.
Yeah, but it was killing us. The problem with Rumble is on the free version, you're kind of screwed because you got up to 20 minutes. Anything after that, they just decimate the video. And
Right.
it looks like crap. And then people want to view the video, the show, you have to go back and look at it. And sometimes it was really crystal clear. Other times it was just, boom, done. And you could still stream from here with Streamlabs to Rumble.
Right.
You could do it on Twitch as well as YouTube. But it's just we're trying a different platform to see if it's going to
if it's gonna be beneficial and everything.
Yeah.
From what we just found out for the show, very limited on guests to come on and everything, which I don't know what the hell is going on with that. Like I said, Brian and I will talk more about that after this.
Yeah.
Just to see what we can do and everything. I was lucky enough to do the test with Craig, which is good. I gotta thank Craig for helping me out when he did.
Right.
But like I said, I gotta test. I want to continue. I want to use this for this, and then see maybe next week when I talk to Brian after the show to see if we can kind of go back a little bit for the Rumble just to see, in a way, which one's better. Okay, don't get me wrong, video quality because of this. Okay, that's good.
Right.
But the only thing is with certain stream things like Rumble, I was able to do my full intro outro. I was able to invite more than just.
Well, you can do it on here too. It's just that we got to keep it under a certain amount on the free. I think if you get the $5 a month plan or $7 a month, then you can put whatever you want.
As Nick Review stuff says, Dylan, make me a fucking sandwich. You can take that sandwich and shove it where the sun don't shine.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Doing this little Chromebook here, I'm like pleasantly surprised that the Chromebook's doing as good as it is.
Right, like I said, Brian and I will talk more about it and everything. So, but for this live video and everything, I wanted to keep it nice and short, possibly under an hour and everything.
Right.
Um,
Well, we're going to work into that with a name of the show, the episodes, and stuff like that. We got a lot of work to do. That's the main thing.
right, like I said, right now with this show being the way it is, we want to, just come on, do the show, and give you guys an update and everything with what's going on. That way, you guys are aware, and that way, my phone doesn't get blown up. Like, oh, what's going on with the show? What's going on with the show, and everything like that.
Right.
No. So you guys are aware. It's easy. It's easy if you guys see both me and Brian on the screen.
Yeah.
And everything, just hearing out from both of our mouths, then just coming to me and asking me what the hell's going on.
I'm just surprised my Chromebook is beating the shit out of my $1,500 laptop.
Right.
And that's just using the webcam that's built in,
Yeah.
I'm not using my little OBSBot Meet 4K, which I have back here somewhere.
So Brian, what do you think? We should call it quits? Because like I said, wanted to keep it under an hour and everything.
There's the webcam that I normally use.
Ooh.
Yeah, this little bad boy's got a metal housing. It's magnetic.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, it's 4K, and I only paid, I think, $100 for it, which is not bad.
What's going on, BVG?
BVG, how we doing, sir?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Hanky sent a Facebook DM.
Yeah, we're going to
Jesus Christ, Hanky.
We're going to improve the show as time goes on.
Yeah, so like I said,
one way or the other, I think we just need to keep it on Streamlabs.
Yeah, like I said, we just want to give you guys an update and everything, as well as do this live stream.
Right.
We will be back next Thursday and everything. Hopefully, a lot longer live stream than today.
Hey, shoot Hanky over the two graphics, the widescreen ones that I
have to save those to my phone.
Yeah,
so I'll do that after we get off the show and everything. But like I said,
Hanky could take a couple moments to do like an 8-second
right
for that thing, and maybe we could use that.
Right, like I said, everybody stay tuned for next week's thing. I will be back. Hopefully, we'll have a couple of guests on and everything like that. Just stay tuned for that. We'll see you on the next one.
Yep. Everybody, peace out.